Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Shenanigans. Well, here you are.
Imagine if someone had a nose ring, you would heat metal that.
What?
If you heat metaled the giant's earring,
That would probably
Ugh.
hurt.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it does damage after a while. Imagine someone had a nose ring like a minotaur and you heat metal that.
Wait a minute. What if you heat metal the tuning fork? Would it heat the cube?
Oh God. Oh God, don't do it.
Actually, an excellent question.
No, God. So Neal,
It is an obsidian cube, not a metal cube. It cannot be
the
heated.
tuning fork is metal.
Sure.
Anyway, Neal, we need to get on with the story, but at the same time, did I find milkweed?
No, you didn't, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. All right. The old man
What do you need
wanders
the
back into.
milkweed for?
I'm a sleep wizard. Of course, I'm going to try to get like milkweed that makes people fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yep.
And nobody else knows about it, sadly.
We're like setting up camp, and then the old man just wanders back over here.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I can help you look for it if I know a good, profitable reason for that, or something that benefits Mother Nature.
No, just benefits sleep.
Rupeed walks over to you, just gives you a cobalt paw full of dried milkweed.
Okay, putting on character sheet, kobold paw full of milkweed.
It's a great measurement.
It's a good one.
I just need a kobold's paw. That's all.
Don't say that to a kobold.
Kobold's paw worth of flour.
Is this like a turkey riding a bicycle?
What?
Why are you doing that? What?
Look at the
Alright.
pixels.
What's going on?
And the upper middle, there's like a bird maybe, and then there's these blue circles coming off of it. Is that a turkey riding a bicycle? With like perspective, so it's riding it away from you?
For the people watching
I
this
see it.
on YouTube, Neal has finally snapped.
He's
Has
going
gotten to his
crazy.
head. Finally, it's over. I mean, no,
Yeah,
it only has begun. Now the true shenanigans begins.
Yeah.
Actually.
Anyway.
This isn't
Alright.
even his final form.
You're here in the woods, in the dogwood. It's fairly sparsely wooded, a lot of dogwood trees. It's spring, it's almost time for the blooms to go on. You've just killed a rocktopus. You've got this cube and this tuning fork, and you're realizing, my God, the day is progressing. We'd better get that treasure and get back to Shenanigans before we turn into pumpkins.
Yep.
What?
Some of you are
Precisely.
wondering that.
Who currently has the tuning fork and the cube?
You have the fork, and no, you have the cube. The rock has the fork.
Well, wasn't it the other way around?
Well, then you switched.
Yeah, then we switched.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's head to the circle, the black circle in the map.
You follow the treasure map and make your way there. Does anyone have a direction sense or woodland survival?
Kyla's an elf.
That is not the same.
I have a.
But Desmond
we
said
have
it
a
was.
druid.
You do have a druid. Druid, do you have nature? Do you have survival woods or direction sense?
Of course I do, even though for no good reason, survival is a frickin' warrior thing and not a cleric thing. And so I had to spend like a whole ton of points to have survival as a druid.
Great. Give me a survival check.
Alrighty, which stat does it go off of? Wisdom?
Survival.
I check.
Gotta be.
The wisdom roll, right?
Yeah,
Maybe.
wisdom roll.
Oh,
All right.
why don't you roll a d20 and we'll figure out what to add to it as soon as we finish looking up on our tables.
All right, I'm going to add wisdom.
It is, I believe, intelligence actually.
Oh.
Intelligence, yeah.
A good roll, either way.
Natural 18 though.
Intelligence is not as high.
But
Intelligence is a 14, so we subtract 3, we
You're
get
fine.
32.
All right, using the map, you can very easily find your way to the spot where the treasure is supposed to be buried. And sure enough, there is a flat rock with a little divot in it and near the middle that that marks the spot that the treasure is supposed to be in.
Droopy
All
looks
right.
at the rock, gets her shovel out, points at the rock. The rock that is like on the ground.
Good dog, start dig.
She needs the rock move, the slab of rock moved out of the way.
Look at the rock, then at that rock.
Oh, you said rock too many times. Yeah, sure, I'll move the rock, whatever.
The old man wanders off again.
Is this still the same day?
Yes, it's the same day, but now it's late in the evening. The sun is going down.
Okay.
You move the rock, and there's earth there, and you know that if you dig a few feet under this earth, you'll get to the treasure.
Excellent.
Diggaroo.
Whoopie dicks.
Dig.
You dig, Droopy, the gravedigger. It's a good thing they brought you. I take it you have a shovel with you?
Of course, that's my melee weapon.
Wonderful. You dig a hole, and after getting a few feet, you hit something hard down there, and you can dig it out, and it is a treasure chest. It's about yay big by yay tall by yay wide.
Yarhar!
Yes, Droopy, Yarhar. All right. Pick up the chest. Did he say to look into it?
Not really. We just bring it to him.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
You did not specify.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Whatever.
let's find a place to camp, I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
The night passes uneventfully. You all
Sweet.
wake up in the morning,
Tally ho, let's go.
and
Yep,
you all
tally ho,
begin to
let's
head
go.
back north towards Berkshire.
Yep, we're gonna go. Yo ho, tally ho.
All right, you can get to about here. Oh, those must be on a different window for a different account. You leave the dogwood. You head back through
Before
the
we
hills.
go through the threshold of the dogwood,
Mm-hmm.
I say to Droopy, "Why you follow? You must stay now. You home this is."
Let me just look at the list of spells that I prepared for this day.
Oh. Are you trying to get yourself killed?
I think he is.
I don't know. I
mean-
think Tirsa might win this battle. It's possible.
But
Depends on the spell that I take.
you
Right.
maybe adoption? Want adoption? Yes. Stay here with us.
I think Kyla steps back from them a little bit. And just kind of crosses her arms.
You know, the hair at the neck of Droopy's neck is kind of standing out, starting to stand
Yeah.
out. Like the signs are getting.
Let's give them their space.
Why you go? Come back. Why you go? I look at Kyla, yeah.
I'm just standing back a little bit and watching.
No. It's good doggy. Good doggy. No worries. Does it look like Droopy is going to cast a spell? Because if I see any hesitation, I will do something. Like,
I think it's an old, faster, and western draw we got going on here. Each of you are getting ready to cast your spell, and if either of you moves, then we roll initiative and see who wins and who
Droopy
casts.
is going to cast a spell.
All right, initiative roll between Droopy and Tirsa Madoy.
Neal, the old man doesn't notice. He just kind of keeps walking.
Wonderful.
Oh, God.
wow. Okay.
Droopy, D20 plus 18 minus 15?
It's a wisdom check for her. The minus.
Okay, but you rolled 9 for
The more
initiative.
he aggravated Droopy.
You rolled a 9 for initiative, though.
Yeah.
And Tirsa Madoy, roll me initiative roll, buddy.
Yeah, I have to find a spell. Casting time 1. That's good.
Yeah, this is where wizard advantage comes in. Tirsa, Droopy begins to chant words to some sort of spell. What do you do?
Okay, I take out. Okay, I take out my quarterstaff and wave it around in a circle and start to hypnotize Droopy. Ooh.
read the spell. Just
Okay. I have to find it.
because this
So
might.
the gestures of the wizard, along with its droning incantations, cause 1d6 creatures within the area to become susceptible to a suggestion.
That's why I backed away.
A reasonable sounding request. See third level wizard suggestion spell. The request must be given after the hypnotism spell is cast. Okay, so blah blah blah. Saving throws. If you're hostile, you get bonuses from +1 to +3.
I think I'm pretty hostile at this point.
Yeah, I'll
So
give you a
what-
+2 to your bonus for hostility because you're not like blood enemies with him, but you're definitely like some. Well, maybe +1 because you're sort of allies.
If you're meeting my gaze, though, it's -2, so it cancels out.
What spell are you casting, Droopy?
Cause fear.
Yeah, so you're looking at him to cause fear into him while
Okay.
he's looking at you. So that I think it's a wash. It's just a regular
does-
saving throw.
Does wisdom high wisdom apply here? For this?
Yes, that should
it is
apply to
mind affecting
enchantment.
enchantment spell, so
Yeah.
it's a mind
It's mind
affecting spell,
affecting.
so you get your wisdom bonus.
No, I failed.
Ooh.
All right,
Okay.
you are hypnotized, and what is the suggestion you are giving him?
New home, Droopy, this is. Stay you must. Find relatives you must.
Droopy knows where her relatives are.
Well, nonetheless,
You
this
should have
spell
told
does
Droopy to
not.
be a good dog.
This spell does not stop you from casting your fear spell. You just kind of feel like you want to stick around and look for relatives here. So your fear spell goes off anyway. Tursum Adoy, give me a saving throw versus spell.
Spell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Success.
Got him.
So,
Got
Droopy, your hostility has not lessened whatsoever. You just kind of feel like when you're done with this encounter, you should probably go find your family. They might be here for some reason.
I start
It must be
heading off.
reasonable. He also said live here, and that for Droopy, who's a cleric of Vorasi and tends to the graveyard and gravedigger. But I don't know how reasonable that is for
Well,
Droopy.
we'll find out.
We'll
but
find out, yeah.
we can still roll initiative for the next round if you guys are going to still be fighting each other.
Oh.
Anyone casting another spell?
Oh, so you're rolling initiative?
I
huh?
think, like, out in the Neal, like, one round of movement later, the old man is just out in the field. He just is actually tired and unintentionally, like, yawns and actually just falls asleep out there for like 5 minutes.
So you've like wandered off into the woods and then accidentally cast sleep on yourself. Wonderful. All right, Droopy, you
No,
roll the.
like out into the field, like we're going back to
Oh,
Shenanigans.
right. Okay.
I have to find the casting time of spell here.
Well, I mean, in the end, Droopy's going first anyway.
Well, I don't know.
Oh yeah. Well, it's casting time low, I think, for Sanctuary. Need to find it.
The
Oh
sanctuary.
yeah, that is pretty low.
Doesn't actually do sanctuary.
Why can't I not find it?
Casting time 4.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Then Droopy goes first. No
Aren't
matter
you a
what.
wizard?
No,
Tristan?
I'm
Oh,
wizard,
you're multi.
cleric,
Yeah.
fighter.
Right. Okay. So Droops, what are you doing? What spell are you
Oh,
casting?
spear. I took two of
Spear
them.
again. Give me another saving throw there, Tursum.
God damn it.
His luck has to run out.
I'm wizard level. It's 12 for
Oh,
wizard.
Yeah, wizards
Saving
have.
throw versus magic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you get
so-
the best saving throws from
Yeah.
all your classes when you're crossed like that.
Yeah, I
Yep.
get the best saves for all 3 classes.
Nice.
That is
Yep.
still a pass. Wow.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Wow.
It's exactly my save. And I cast
Yeah,
Sanctuary on
wouldn't affect
myself
Me either.
What does
And-
sanctuary actually
and
do?
start leaving, like start heading towards Berkshire direction with the donkey force.
All right. So you cast Sanctuary on yourself and you hoof it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next round initiative. Droopy, roll initiative if you intend to continue doing what you're doing.
Just looking.
I feel like this is not
Question.
the right
Just
level
no
of
question
combat
about hypnotism. It is a suggestion. It is works as a suggestion spell afterwards, right? Because suggestion requires another saving throw.
I don't know, but I don't think it affects what's going on right now, so let's not worry about it.
No, okay, just asking because I was wondering about that. Let's see what else she has. Oh, this is a good one. Yeah. What does
PvP
she
music.
actually do? I have to see. Just have to check because it might affect. She's going to cast Spiritual Hammer.
Well, my donkey's movement is 12. How far do I move away from?
You cast a spell and then you move, so you can get 6 movement.
6 movement.
Yeah. So
So-
that's 60 yards.
Okay. What's your range
I
on
mean-
your spell?
50 yards. So if I go first, I can move up a bit and actually get to you. Because we did not stand like 40 yards away. We were like close to each other.
Okay. Well, do your thing. I have Sanctuary on me, so if you're targeting me, you have to make a saving throw versus spell.
Yeah, just have to check my spell with the timer. Spiritual armor. Okay. Casting 5.
All right. Saving throw there, Droopy. See if you can even hit.
It's just simple with spell.
Yeah. Straight save versus
Fine.
spell.
Roll at +3.
3, yeah. All right. So Droopy does go off first.
D20. This is not affected by wisdom, right?
Nope. You have no problem focusing on the back of that damned half elf.
Okay. And since you have your back to me, that hammer makes
So
back
no
attack.
dex from that.
Right.
Yep, no dex. So Droopy moves up a bit,
Plus
and this
2. maybe?
black iron spiked hammer appears behind us.
I have 14 AC without dex.
Okay, and I have a +3 with it to hit. Back attack is +2, right?
Yes.
I think a 22 will hit.
I believe a 22 does hit. Yes. You strike
that hits.
Tursum in the back with a real hammer, a spiritual hammer.
1d4 plus, no, it could be +2, so it's 5 points of damage.
Ow.
You knock Tursum unconscious. He falls off of his donkey. The rest of the party, they were like doing weird hypnotism back and forth and like suggestions to each other. And all of a sudden, Droopy comes and like murders Tursum Adoy.
Well, I kind of know what's going on because I know I know Kobold and
Neal-
he was calling him a dog and stuff.
So what are you gonna do?
Also, Droopy does not look like she's going to stop concentrating on that hammer.
Oh.
Hey,
I think we should
Hey,
just roll initiative. Roll initiative. If you guys are gonna act, roll it. If you're not gonna act, don't roll it.
Okay, initiative for bleed.
Neil, I want to
Just a
point out
flat
that
D10.
he's
He's what?
he's probably passed out like near the old man.
hey,
Possibly.
the weird guy.
Wow, 1.
Concentrating. What would be is the initiative the same as the spell then? If I concentrate on the
No, just do 3.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, no. If you're concentrating on it, yeah, the spell initiative. That sounds good.
Okay, 10.
All right, so Tursum, you bleed. Then Drew Hood.
This spell is pretty much custom for dealing with Droopy. I cast command as a desist
Ooh.
in Kobold. And Droopy does not have either the level or the high intelligence to get a saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're saying desist in what language?
Kobold,
Kobold?
because I speak Kobold.
Right. I think Droopy's intelligent enough to know what the word desist means.
5 intelligence. 5 intelligence. Shall I make intelligence check for her?
I don't know. Desist isn't that uncommon of a word.
Yeah,
I think you
How often
know.
do
I think
actually
you
say
know.
desist?
Yeah, that's a good question. How often do I actually say desist?
All the people in here who speak English as a second language know the word desist.
I do
Yeah.
know the word desist.
Yeah,
I don't use it commonly.
But you know it, and that's all that needs to be done.
Yeah.
So
We would need someone who actually only
A
understands.
bunch of people
Can't speak. Yeah.
who had to learn English as a second language know what it means here.
yeah, and so
Like
I think
second
that
desist.
for the kobold knows desist in its native tongue. That makes sense.
Okay.
All right, so Droopy, you are compelled to desist
Desist.
for one
Something.
round.
So
Yeah, but that would break concentration.
the hammer fades. Droopy runs up to Tersum.
Oh God!
I'm running.
I stopped using the
I'm
hammer.
Hold on, before Droopy gets to go, Kyla gets a turn too.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna like kind of just saying in kobold like, okay, Droopy, I think that's enough.
He deserves it.
I think he's learned his lesson.
There's no more lessons. Only death.
All right, Droopy, it's your turn.
It's also my turn. Droopy,
Yeah.
how much do you weigh?
Not very much.
Okay. I pick up Droopy and stack potatoes there.
All right, well,
Can't you try to weave out of that?
yeah. So the rock will need an attack roll since Droopy's resisting to grab her, but you only need to hit Dex and Magic. Droopy, you go at the same time as the rock, so both of your actions resolve simultaneously.
I mean, I only run up to.
Okay.
Tersum.
Yeah,
Because I have to stop.
hammer.
with
Give
the
us
hammer.
a grab attack, just your
20.
Critical grab.
I'm pretty sure that's like a double, or maybe
you get
grab
full
right there.
grip of Droopy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
And
Droops is
I
grabbed
just
and
like
lifted.
throw over my shoulder. I was like, all right, Droopy, it's time to calm down.
All right. Next round initiative. Everyone roll it.
And I'll like look at her as like, I can give him a slight tap if it'll make it feel better.
Oh, also, just a hint, Neal. Hypnotism. The suggestion is not a spell. I'm not compelled to do that. Actually, really. I'm susceptible, but it does not control me like a spell because it's not a spell. Suggestion. It's like,
Suggestion?
yeah, that might be a good idea. It says so. Note that the subsequent suggestion is not a spell, but simply a vocalized urging. Oh, the caster must also speak a language that the creature understands for the spell to work.
But no, you understand common, Droopy.
Sorry.
You do. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand
Okay.
common.
Yeah.
But it's not a spell, so I'm
No,
not
no, the
forced.
suggestion is not a spell. So the spell is cast, and then when they give their suggestion, the suggestion isn't part of the casting, it's a separate thing. But they're still under the gaze of the hypnotism. Otherwise, you wouldn't need to make a saving throw versus spell, right? It's clearly a magic spell.
Also, the hypnotism ends after a few rounds. So.
Right.
But I don't know he hypnotized me.
Sure. Cool. So we rolled initiative, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've got Tersum Adoy going first. You bleed out another point. Kyla, what do you do?
Actually, Droopy
It's-
goes. Oh no, Kyla. Oh god, another one.
Yeah.
I kind of like just sigh, like, kind of walk over and try to stabilize them.
Actually.
Give me an intelligence check unless you have a healing proficiency. All right. You can stabilize Tersum Adoy.
I wrote the wrong.
All right. We can step out of combat now because I think we're done here, but I don't know. Droopy, it's your turn next.
Droopy
What are you
casts
doing, buddy?
etherealness.
You cast what?
Etherealness.
Can she cast while she like I've got her over my shoulder?
Let's see what
I
they
have my
can.
hands free.
That's fair. I did just kind of sack potatoes here.
Yeah.
It doesn't say what it. Yeah, it doesn't. I think it only needs a holy symbol.
Somatic and verbal. So you just need to move your arms around and speak some words, and you're all good. You drop away and out of the grip of the rock. What do you do, Droops?
In ethereal form. For Droopy's vision, it's like when Frodo has the ring on right now.
Yeah.
And she walks over to Tersum.
Oh no.
So many Hobbit references today.
Yeah. You can get over next to Tersum. Nobody can see you. Except
Yeah.
for you.
Oh no, I think the old man sees him in his dreams.
But yeah, I after stabilizing him, I just kind of like stand up and walk off a little bit, like, okay, Wait, where'd he go?
Get away. Yeah,
Where-
yeah.
Where'd she go?
Safe distance. Rock, Drew,
This. I'm like walking along,
Yeah, from my
and then freaking Droopy's just gone. It's just like,
Yeah, and that's when you hear me go,
that's a new one.
where'd she go?
She stands in her ethereal form with her spade in her hand and the body of the
Are you gonna dig an ethereal grave?
That's a good idea. She actually has a flame blade left.
Oh God.
So you are currently ethereal. It is the next round. Tursum is stable but unconscious. The rock is like, where'd Droopy go? Where'd Droopy go? Drew is, I don't even know what. Ramalama Ding Dong is asleep. Kyla is stepping away from everything. What is happening here?
Drew is heading over to Tursum and casting CLW.
All right. Droopy, are you going to cast Flame Blade and attack Tursum? That's really the question here.
And I'll call out in Cobalt now, look, we do not want this. I don't think anybody here wants this elevated to an HR matter. So let's try to take care of this within the team.
I think it's too late.
Droopy, what are you doing? It's your choice.
Turban. Oh, the turban.
Cleric of Verasi, what are you doing?
I already killed something.
Quickly!
Ruby drops the etherealness, leaning on a spade next to Tursum, not about going to strike him. And she looks at Drew. I want the turban.
So Drew, as you're approaching Tursum, Droopy appears out of the etherealness and says, I want the turban, before you get your Cure Light Wounds off.
I'd say, that's really more of a team decision. Can't really negotiate that. Especially, that would be sending a really bad message if it was interpreted as a reward for attacking a teammate.
He insulted me again and again. He now holds a spade just over his body.
Yeah, and you did hit him with a spiritual hammer, so I'm gonna say this is even, and I think this needs to end here. We don't want to escalate things because there's gonna be a lot of paperwork if we have a death here, and that's gonna be really bad for team cohesion.
Team cohesion.
Right.
Droopy, what do you do?
Just raises the spade slowly.
You go, Droopy.
Droopy, what are you gonna do, buddy?
Looks away for a minute. Gives you the cute eyes.
Oh no.
Droopy, what are you gonna do?
I'm a druid. I can do that too, and I give.
She fails actually. There's a moment. There's cute
And I'm
eyes.
gonna give. Well, number one, I do have glibness at my trait, and number two, I'm gonna try to cute eye right back at.
Oh, give me opposed charisma checks to see whose eyes are cuter.
Yeah, man.
No.
We both kind of failed. It looks like.
Yes, neither of you have cute eyes. Both of you have, like, trying to be cute, but you're also kind of pissed at each other's eyes. Passive-aggressive eyes is what you both have.
Turns around to Tursum.
It's been a while. I think the
This
old man
is
wakes up.
not gonna look good in your review.
Sure.
I'm a grave digger. A Vorasi.
There's a difference
This one
between a
will
grave
good.
digger and a grave filler. It's an important difference, Droopy.
Vorasi.
Yes, Ferrasi wants the graves digged. It's not within your whole wheelhouse to be doing the filling too.
Wait, and Ruby actually.
It's a different skill set. It's a specialty. It's a great
Neal,
Mm-hmm.
No, job description is important here.
the old man comes up behind Droopy. Just, shuffles up, smacks Droopy on
Roll
the
the
back
hit.
of the head.
I'll give you +4 because I don't think Droopy's expecting it, and you're coming from behind.
Hmm.
Give me that roll to
Nobody
hit.
expects the old man.
No, nobody expects him. Also, Droopy is currently contending if this guy actually knows what he's talking about.
Droopy doesn't see it coming, and the old man's attack goes like woof, right over the head.
Hits the spade.
Droopy doesn't see it coming. Still doesn't see it coming.
Doesn't see it coming after it's come and gone.
I want to point out, you said +4, but I got +3 because I have -1 to melee hits. All right. I'll wait till I can smack him again.
All right. The conversation continues. Rock, Kyla, are you gonna help us out here?
I say Droopy, especially right now, we can't be
count on
doing
my
this
fingers.
because the old man is having some sort of epileptic fit right now, and we need to take care of that. I think we need to put a stick between his teeth or something. That's been totally discredited, but I think it's better that we take an effective action than action. We don't want to be seen just sort of sitting on our hands here when there's actionables that need to be actioned on. And I don't know, somebody have a stick.
Tursum has a stick.
I'm unconscious with my stick.
There's a stick laying right next to Tursum.
It's
The glowing stick.
bioluminescent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Just for a
There we go, perfect. Droopy, let's get this. Can you put that stick in I want to say Rameltania's mouth, and so we want to act on this epileptic fit here.
Rudolph, it's your turn if you want to do something.
Who?
confused.
Holy shit!
You beat the shit out of Droopy from behind. Droopy, what's your AC without dexterity being taken into account?
14. So
You
that is
single
almost
crit.
double.
Single crit.
Almost.
Alright, I single crit a slap right to the side of Droopy's head and say bag dog.
Oh my god.
Okay. How much
Oh,
damage does
God.
it do?
How much damage?
I don't think the slap does damage. It's a feeble old man, but it was like
With
a
your hand?
solid smack of just like, you feel shame from the old man.
It's actually 1 damage, but it's -1 from your strength.
No, I don't have -1 to damage, but I have -1 to hit.
I think he's right. You feel like disappointment and resentment and shame and embarrassment for when your elder is beating you.
And
Yeah,
then
like-
he says, "Bad
Yeah,
dog."
look, it's definitely epileptic fit. That's why you stand back and you don't try to grab them when they're having the fit.
Droopy drops the shovel and casts Flame Blade.
Oh God, roll initiative!
For a moment, this looks like Droopy has learned a lesson.
Initiative, everybody that wants to join in. Although I guess nobody knows that Flame Blade is being cast until after it's cast, so try not to take that into account.
Well, I don't know. I can recognize it, given that I can cast it.
I would
Do you
say
have
either that-
spellcraft
that's
proficiency,
fast.
Rob?
After Flame Blade is cast.
I also have spellcraft, so
If you have spellcraft and then you can make a spellcraft proficiency check to see if you know what spell Droopy is casting.
Oh, actually, I guess I can't do that for a little more levels. I have
Neal,
that.
I'll just say that whatever Flame Blade goes off at, I'll go 5 after that.
Sure, or you'll go D10 plus 5 after that, or whatever.
where the-
I mean, I
No,
think at this
D10
point
plus
we-
2, or D10 plus 3 for my movement action,
Oh,
which
okay.
ended up
Got
being
it.
5.
I see what you're
So-
saying.
So, would this be the round after Flame Blade is cast?
I mean, I think at this point we're just sort of aware that Droopy's not going to be casting a hug spell or something.
That's not a bad point. Okay.
Morden Caden's comforting hug.
What's the speed of a scimitar?
5.
Ah.
Let me see here.
Which
Oh
way is
God, the rock even goes before me.
Which way is Droopy facing?
away from Rhubarb. So Droopy, you cast Flame Blade. Do you get to make an attack with it in the same round?
Oh, no, oh, right. It should be. Oh, if I cast right now in this initiative, it's a 4, and no, I just cast it.
Just
The creature is protected.
Basically, if I hit him, it will be bad. Actually, no. Drew never cast his cube.
No, Drew was going to, but then the conversation happened, and
Yeah.
and so now we're all standing about. Droopy summons a blade of flame, and everyone's like, "Oh shit!" I was kind of, sort of, maybe expecting something like this. And so then the rock starts running towards Droopy, and Kyla, are you throwing darts at Droopy or what? What are you doing?
I rolled a 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you?
I'm just. I'm like not even sure. What, I don't want to get near a flame.
Rob. Rob.
Does Drew have his sneakers on him? Does he have one on him?
He's got a Scooby snack on him.
Do you want to add oil to the fire, Neal?
I think I just get a little bit of a good distance, and then I just I might be using daggers here soon.
So you're back in the hell pit. Rob, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Entangle.
All right.
Oh, I'm
So
glad
you're
I backed
casting
away.
a spell as Rock is running towards him, and the flame blade is in hand. Rock and Droopy, make me saving throws versus spell for entangle.
Wait, don't I get to go before entangle? Or...
You do. You get into the zone.
Okay.
I bet.
I get into the zone. Okay.
That's why you're
So
making the saving throws, because you're in the zone when it goes off. But what do you do in the zone?
I'm also in the zone, by the
Fine.
way.
I'll roll my saving throw. That is not even close to a pass.
No.
Oh my god. That's everyone.
De-escalation.
But yeah. I get to go before it goes off, right?
Yes. What do you do?
The same thing I did last time, of course.
You pick up Droopy.
Pick up Droopy.
Actually, he saves me from the entangle then, right?
I would.
So
Picks
the
me
rock
up.
has to run over to you, pick up Droopy, and then start to move away, or would you just have been picking Droopy up to keep her?
I would probably saunter over to Droopy, just be like, oh, that's cute. Pick her up, throw her over my shoulder, and just start sauntering away. Probably not fast enough to,
Okay, so I think the rock gets caught in the entangle while the rock is moving away, and
Yep.
Droopy's not entangled, but Droopy's held by the rock, and Droopy's
Yeah.
got a flame blade in her hand, and Kyla's standing over there, do I throw a dagger? Do
Yeah,
I not throw a
basically.
dagger? Tersa Madoy is unconscious and almost dead, but stabilized.
Yeah, and totally
One
covered
hit
by
point,
vines. at
cast
this point.
CLW.
Oh god.
Ursa is awake. 1 hit point CLW.
You never cast
No,
it.
you
It
didn't.
You
was-
got
it was a
interrupted,
bunch
right?
of
The
talking.
conversation happened.
You never casted it.
Yeah.
So let's roll initiative just to figure out what happens in the next round, because this is way too confusing for me. If you're making the action, roll initiative. Tursum, what have you done? Max?
I just said something.
I know, I shouldn't be blaming you. You are the victim here. You are the unconscious one who is trying to be murdered.
Oh no, he's yelling racial slurs at,
dog.
And the cleric of Vorasi, no less, please.
I mean, that doesn't justify your actions there, buddy.
I rolled one.
No one's necessarily in the right, but Droopy's more in the wrong because Droopy's trying to murder, you know?
I'd say the rock is
Yeah.
in the right.
He uses violent actions against non-violent passive aggression.
I mean, all I did was slap it
that was
up.
not really passive aggressive because I'm totally oblivious.
It's
Yes.
the morality of the situation's difficult. We'll need to bring in some ethics professors to deal
Stop
with it.
making excuses for your racist uncle at Thanksgiving.
Anyway,
According to this initiative, wow, Ramilton and Droopy are tied.
Okay.
So I'm in the entangle. Can I try to break out of it?
I don't
No.
think so.
What do you do?
Okay, I have a 13. Droopy's going to throw that flame blade.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay, hold on. So it's Ramilton's turn then.
You can throw it?
It does not say it disappears if it leaves my hand, right?
I mean,
Springs forth from his hand. The blade is wielded as if it were a scimitar.
if I can't
Oh no,
try
melee
to
combat.
break,
No, wait, it says melee combat, so never mind.
Okay.
if I can't try to break out, then there's not much I can do.
All right, so you're just hanging out. Droopy, it's your turn. What are you doing? You have a flame blade in your hand and you're being jostled by the rock.
Droopy is not that stupid to attack the rock with a flame blade.
There we go.
Could I throw that cobra venom into Tursum's mouth? Droopy like thinks for a moment, but that math required to figure that out just hurts her brain. It's like,
I just have a question. We are in like a grassy field, right?
Yes.
All right, and he has a blade made of fire.
Yes.
All right, just want to make sure.
Yep.
It's not dead grass.
Wait, can I dispel the blade? Or does it? I think it lost. I'm stuck with it, I think, until it ends, right?
I mean, can't you just like let go of it basically?
New decisions.
I don't know. I mean, you've summoned it for 4 rounds plus 1 round per every 2 levels, so it's there. I don't think you can.
It's like Droopy
You could throw it away from you, so you're not holding it. I bet you could actually toss it at somebody. You would have massive penalties to hit because scimitars aren't throwing weapons, but
it specifies melee combat, so I guess I cannot throw it.
Well, I mean, you can't normally throw a sword. Like, if you throw a sword at someone, it doesn't do D8 damage, and you don't have a regular attack roll. It'd be like half damage and a penalty of like 8 to hit or something.
Droopy just drops the sword.
All right, it falls to the grass below.
And just goes.
Rob. What do you do, Rob?
I'm gonna go ahead and cast that CLW now.
Woo! You're awake, Tursum. You're barely conscious. You're on death's doorstep, but you are awake. You are able to have
Entanglement.
No, what hit you?
Yes.
Never saw the hammer coming.
Dog. I just moaned bad dog.
Oh my god.
Rock, it's your turn.
I hear that. I like reach into my pocket. I take out one of the small rocks and I like hold it up behind me so Droopy can grab it.
Giving him a rock.
You're giving Droopy
It's like a pebble.
Okay. It comes with your Geology for Dummies book.
I just picked up a bunch of rocks last week, remember?
Oh, okay.
And I never got rid of them, so they just like in a pouch.
Okay.
Does Droopy hear Tursum say that as he wakes up?
Well, I'm
I
moaning,
assumed-
so you probably have to make like a perception.
She has a low perception. I don't even. Droopy just.
I heard it, so I just assumed Droopy heard it.
Droopy just takes. Okay, I can roll for that. Nah, she just takes the rock and just holds it. I think we are out of combat.
Am I the only one not entangled right now?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, this is true.
So,
All right,
so
we
Neal,
can. Yes.
the flame blade doesn't necessarily disappear. So, are we going to get set on fire from the grass?
It is a burning blade, so
But
it will
green grass does not burn.
Right, it will burn the grass around it, but it will not set fire to the fields unless they are dry fields. So I should roll to see how long it has been since the last rain in this region.
Not very long.
Well, what
So-
season is this?
It is late winter.
It's fine.
It's probably fine.
Probably.
Here
Probably
comes the
fine.
natural one.
Even if it hasn't rained in a while, with it being late winter, it's not going to have had that long, prolonged, dry stuff that you would get in the summer.
I mean, that really depends on the climate of your winter, but I did just roll the one thing that I told myself if I rolled it, it would catch fire.
But by the way, Droopy kind of, if possible, shifted positions to face the rock with her face.
Sure. So you guys are entangled, and the grass at your feet is starting to catch fire, and the fire is beginning to spread. It's been a dry winter, guys.
Gorlock is
Maybe
saying
that's
that you said it was spring earlier.
Spring, winter, it's like, January, February. It's like March, April-ish area. It's on that border between spring and winter. You know?
Spring is all about green grass.
Once the rains have come, it doesn't magically turn green on the first day of spring. It's just that spring tends to have more rain and warmer weather.
Well, I can't move, and it's starting to go on fire around me.
Might
So
suggest that Neal forgot he said spring and is doing everything he can to try to justify.
As Droopy sees that fire spreading, she just licks the side of the face of the rock and casts 8 on him.
Oh.
Seeing that he has to tank out this fire. And just gives you the cute look.
Aid.
Yeah, 8.
Hey, Droopy, we're gonna put out this fire. And I position her, so I've got like a hold of her, and I'm like trying to figure out how the best way to do this.
Rolling Droopy around on it to smother it.
Okay.
No, because I don't get Droopy entangled.
You gain 1 hit point from the 8.
Excellent.
It's that rule that kind of gives you some protection against fire.
All right, so I think the grasses are small enough that the fire releases you from the entangle. I want everybody in the fire to make me a saving throw versus spell. If you fail a saving throw versus spell, you take 1 point of burning damage.
I take 1 point
Except
of burning damage.
for Tersimadoy, because you are bound prone, so I need you to make me saving throw at disadvantage.
Oh, great.
Wait, Droopy isn't in the... Droopy wasn't entangled, though.
Yeah, Droopy's too far out of the flames to be worried about it. I'm sorry, Tersim, you were prone in the grass. Oh, God. The flames roll towards you, and before anyone can get to you, you're enveloped in flames and you fall unconscious again.
Just dropped the sword because he couldn't do anything else. He works in mysterious ways.
How much fire damage do
You
I
take
take?
1 point of fire. No, you take 1 point and you fall unconscious again. Everyone else is freed from the entangle. Ramilton, you take a point of damage. Rob, I think you pass your save. And the Rock, you take 1 point of fire damage.
Don't worry, I had aid.
Okay,
Good.
you're good. And
I like hold Droopy out in front of me, and I just like... Are you satisfied now?
Oh my god.
And looks over to the burning person.
Oh my god.
And I just throw her back over my shoulder. Yeah, you're staying there for a while.
Now, Neal, I've got an interesting question.
yes.
Again, causing more chaos by asking these. So about his bioluminescent covered stick,
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
does it get destroyed again?
All right, Tersimadoy, I need you to make me a saving throw for your stick. We're gonna call this a bit of thick wood, and its saving throw against normal fires is 5 or higher on a d20.
Wow, it's got a better saving throw than we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's to be destroyed. Oh my god! Your stick is on fire, and by the time you manage to... Well, you can't, because you're unconscious. Your stick burns up, buddy. I'm sorry. You're gonna need a new stick.
First of all, he needs someone to take him out of that fire.
That's true. If you survive, you need a new stick.
Is stabilizing automatic with a healing proficiency?
Yes, it's fine.
I'll stabilize Tersim.
All right. Droopy, are you gonna start any more shit?
No, I wasn't about to, but now that you ask me.
I say we make it back to Shenanigans.
That's what I'm trying to decide. If we can just fast travel to Shenanigans, or if there's more shit going on.
We can fast travel back to
there's
Shenanigans.
No more shit going on.
It's definitely time for fast travel.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. You all make it back to Shenanigans
Oh,
in a
boy.
couple of days, and surprisingly, there's no random encounters along the way.
All right, and I'm like, okay, guys, we all want the cloak, right?
Turban is powerful.
Yeah.
5 times as powerful as I.
I go to the sheriff's office and I say to the sheriff that about
What's up,
all
man?
the-
How's it going? How's it going, little guy? Huh? What's up? I'm Mr. Muscle, the sheriff. How you doing, buddy?
I want to report incidents. Yes, must have.
Oh yeah. Someone not squatting right? What's going on?
Report bad dog.
Bad dog? Yeah, we can get the dog catcher on that guy. Tell me where that dog is. We'll go get the county, the principality's dog catcher on that.
Yay, size. Name Droopy. Bad dog.
Droopy. Oh, you mean like the kobold that digs for the graves? Yeah,
Set
that one's.
fire on me, you must. Set fire to forest. Pyromancer dog.
Well, setting fire to you is definitely a crime. Setting fire to the forest is like kind of, sort of crime.
Attacked me.
All right, well let's go arrest him then.
You spiritual hammer thing.
I don't know how many times I've had to tell people you can't just go casting spells willy-nilly, man. It's not cool. So
Your back was turned though. That's a one hit.
Yeah, you
well,
don't
but I'm
know.
sure someone told him over the course of the 3 days it's getting back to Shenanigans, right? Maybe?
Hmm?
Probably.
Probably.
The Rock was probably talking about it. Let's be real.
All
Yeah.
right. So as you guys are back at Shenanigans, arguing over cloak versus turban, in through the door walks Mr. Muscle, the sheriff of the town, the current sheriff of the town, and Tursa Madoy, who levels an accusatory finger at Droopy. And Droopy, Mr. Muscle, the sheriff, comes over towards you with his cut-off shirt to show off his big buff arms, and his cut-off pants to show his big buff legs, and his cut-off boots to show his tough ankles.
I know Droopy knows that he doesn't understand code, right? Probably.
Maybe. Who knows?
Droopy in jail before, so.
Okay. I don't remember whether the sheriff speaks kobold or not, but considering the prevalence of kobolds in this area, maybe it would be good to learn. But he's also Mr. Muscle. He's not necessarily the most intelligent guy. No, he definitely doesn't speak any kobold.
Droopy looks at Drew.
Always okay. Hey, what up, Muscle Man? How's it going?
We've got a formal complaint here against this kobold again. I've already arrested this one once, and I think it's time to put it back in jail.
Oh, what was the complaint?
This little feller, he says, patting Tursa Madoy's head, says that guy set him on fire.
Oh, that little fella right there cast first.
Really?
Yes,
Oh yeah, I was. You should have seen the fight. It was kind of cute, really. I don't know.
Use violent force he has.
Just remember, Mr. Muscle. I did beat you in push-ups.
Right. So what this guy says means absolutely nothing. Little buddy, did you start the fight? Were you guys having a duel?
No, aggressive this one is. He fight. I only speak.
Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate your dedication to this, and I certainly hope that you appreciate my glibness. Now, I was not aware. I know that you are the sheriff of Desu, also sometimes known as Berkshire here. I was not aware that you were also.
Did you just call this place Desu? Don't make me arrest you, man. We changed that name a long time ago. I'll throw you in jail. I'll throw all of you in jail. All 5 of you. All 6 of you.
I will have that. Riley, write that down. No longer. Just Berkshire. Anyways, I was wondering about the extent of your jurisdiction. Does it extend all the way out into the dogwood?
No, man. That's like a different principality altogether.
So
wait a minute. No, the dogwood is within our principality. Hold on. I need to go look at the jurisdiction of the sheriff. Hold on.
Droopy very important. Droopy looks at Drew. Wasn't in dogwood outside of wood.
Well,
yes, but I believe that the good sheriff here is the sheriff of Berkshire, and I'm not sure that crimes outside of Berkshire are under his jurisdiction.
while this is happening, can I grab the box and bring it over to Desmond?
Yes.
I'm just gonna
anything else.
Somebody actually completing the quest. Wow.
I just gonna set it down. Like, here you go. Cloak, please.
Okay. All right. Desmond will nod and go to fetch you the cloak. The sheriff says, well, the Dogwood is like technically right in between our jurisdiction and like the Tulwick jurisdiction. So it really depends, like, what part of the Dogwood were you guys in?
Border of Dogwood. Closest to Shirebrook, yes.
Ooh, liners. Not much you can do when it's liners.
I don't know where Shirebrook is. I've never heard of that place, but
Not Shirebrook.
Hobbiton. Oh, no, wait.
Berkshire.
Yeah, sounds like it was definitely liners, and liners is really nothing you can do except spin again.
All right, well, I guess then we should flip a coin. Heads, it's within the jurisdiction. Tails, it's not. That's the only thing that seems fair to me. Tursum, you're gonna roll a D2, and Droopy, you're gonna call a 1 or a 2 before it's rolled. And if it's a 1, if it's whatever you call, you're out of the jurisdiction. If it's not what you call, you are within the jurisdiction.
1.
All right, you call 1.
2. Yes.
All right, he flips a coin and then puts a heavy hand on Droopy's shoulder and says, "All right, buddy."
But also what the rock said about he's casting it first.
He's ignoring what the rock says because the rock is a dick and he doesn't like the rock. And the world is corrupt, man. The world is corrupt.
Good. Wouldn't it? Dang it! The rock doesn't know if he has his
Neal.
if his title actually grants him some power over this.
Well, what do you want?
Yeah.
Hold on, Nick. What'd you say?
The old man is just getting bored of the situation, falling asleep in the chair. Yawns.
Yes, Kyla, you have
Yawns,
a beautiful
Neal.
cloak. You yawn.
Okay,
Oh, God. You
pointing
yawn. People start falling
towards the
asleep.
sheriff.
Swords get drawn. Spells go to people's lips. Battle music starts because spells are being cast inside of Shenanigans. And
I'm
Tursum,
just sitting here.
Tursum, you
Kyla
are
gets-
the root cause of all of this stuff. Please roll me a 1d20. High is good, low is bad. And we're just going to generally determine how all this plays out for you. Tursum Adoy.
Oh God.
Roll a d20, buddy.
Yeah,
Right in the middle. All right.
Actually,
So-
10 would be right in the middle.
10.5 is right in the middle, so this is as close to the middle as you can get. I forgot what cloak I was gonna give you. It's I know what it is. I know what it is. It's
But
the cloak.
I will ask Desmond when he gives it to me, like, what's it do?
All right, well, I'll tell you in just a moment. So,
Okay.
magic.
so Nick falls asleep. He yawns, casts this big cone. People start falling asleep. Everyone
out.
realizes, like, oh my God, the Berkshire Shenanigans is under attack. People start drawing swords and getting ready to cast spells, but they see like all of these people just pass out, and quickly they realize what the hell is going on here. And they promptly.
I'd say some of them fall asleep too.
Yeah, well, yeah, but there's a lot of people in the bar. So, someone realizes, one of the mages here realizes what's going on with the spell and the cone and everything. Someone's going to pass a spellcraft check. Yes, that's a natural 20. Someone passes a spellcraft check, realizes that Nick was the one casting the spell. So Nick and Droopy are going to get arrested with Mr. Muscle, who's unconscious, and you're all going to be dragged back to the jail and thrown in the jail, except for Mr. Muscle, who's left in the sheriff's station. The rest of you guys are given a stern talking to about casting spells inside and how you're not supposed to do it. Someone looks at the rock and says, "Rock, tell Rock, why don't you keep a better look on these people? These are your responsibility, you know? You can't just walk around as a knight and not do nothing."
I
the
was
hell?
trying to do something, but the sheriff of this town was not cooperating.
Why didn't you stop this before that, you know? You're just as culpable as... And they start chewing you out, but they don't have any real legal authority over you, so it doesn't really
they're,
matter.
Like, chewing me out. It's like, I had this fine, and then the sheriff didn't do what I told him to do, and so like that gets to the point where it's like, okay, that now lies on you guys for why don't you have a better sheriff? Do I need to bring this up a level and tell them that you guys can't even hire a proper sheriff and that he's corrupt and you guys are allowing that to fester under your watch?
Hey man, I'm just an adventurer going through here. I'm not part of this town. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Okay.
Neal.
Maybe I should tell them that you're part of the problem too.
You want to step outside, huh? You want to step outside? Yeah, Rob?
Please tell me this is one of the guys that fell asleep.
No, it's not. They're still asleep. Rob, what are you saying?
Neal, so as a noble, I should probably know this. I have heraldry, etc.
Right.
As a knight, he's basically a noble, correct? Does that mean he can pretty much kill a non-noble and at worst just have to pay some fine?
So he is not. Let me read to you the rank. What comes with the rank of knighthood? I have a whole document prepared just for this case. Let's see. That's not what we're looking for. Where is our legal structure of the world? Social classes.
Neal, do you have a
law
quick off the
enforcement.
top of your head answer?
Yeah.
The quick off the top of my head answer is knights may dispense justice as they please up to and including permanent disfigurement. For capital crimes, rape, treason, oath-breaking, murder, and theft of a noble person's property, the person in question must be judged by a count or king. So you're not really supposed to murder. You can arrest and you can harm, but you can't kill. You're not supposed to kill. But
So-
you know, if it happens
So what
in a
is the
fight,
penalty
then
for
you know.
attacking a noble, like, period?
Technically, he's supposed to arrest someone, take them to a higher ranking official, and have.
So I mean, if somebody
a trial.
attacks a noble, if somebody basically attacks the
That's
rock,
a capital crime.
all right. So I'll
But
try to
he's a knight,
slip
so they
in
can
one-
attack him without. He's not a noble. So attacking the knight is not a capital crime, except for the fact that you're going to get killed by the knight defending himself.
All right, so they don't necessarily know all this stuff here. So I'm going to try to glibness in here, the person talking about. I'm going, so the rock, I just want to remind you, just because I know you are very fair-minded, if you were to fight him as a noble, it's really sort of unfair. You know, given that you're a knight, a noble, you are able to pretty much wipe him off the map. But even if this person wins, they've attacked a noble, which is a capital crime, and they will be hung, if not torn apart by horses or basically whatever the local law enforcement finds pretty amusing and interesting. So it was really unfair to attack this person who will be killed if they even think about drawing a weapon on you.
Okay. Or we could just all make this easier. You guys go away, drink your drinks. I sit right here, drink my drinks, and we call it a day.
You know, I think that sounds like something that all parties here can be party to, and
I think
you know, I'm
Kyle's-
surprised we haven't done this before because this is a good strategy. This is really
I think Kyla's already at the
rock, you're on
table.
top of this.
We
I
haven't
like
done this before. This is what I
think
do all the time.
handshakes all around, excellent. It's unanimous. Then let's move on.
I think Kyla's already at the table, just drinking some ale and sitting back with the cloak.
Speaking of the cloak, let me describe it to you.
Yeah,
It
what
is
does it do?
a russet brown colored garment. It has on the hood are two long horns that resemble those of a bull.
The cloak of bullshit.
Yes.
Nice.
All right.
Wonderful description.
Okay, that's fine.
What's it
Okay,
do?
so
I would ask him what it does, but
I don't remember. I just got a lot of shit, you know, a lot of magic
Maybe
items.
if people mess with the bull, they get those horns.
okay. We'll find out.
Well, we're gonna be told, right?
Oh, he doesn't know. You'll have to figure out how the cloak works just by using it or not using it.
Desmond doesn't know.
He's got a lot of magic items, man, and he can't remember what all of them do.
Yep.
Do any of us cast Identify?
No.
No.
Let me check.
You can find out later.
Yeah, I have the identify spell, but I don't have the pearl.
Wonderful.
How much does the
Yeah,
pearl
cast-
cost?
100.
Take caring of it later means Neal forgets the item exists.
And
it never comes up
I only have a 10% chance, so it's not worth it.
Oh,
Cool.
true.
So, at the end of the day, it looks like Droopy and Ramilton are arrested. Ramilton, you're just gonna spend a couple days in jail, so you'll be fine. Droopy,
all I did was pass out.
Yeah, you cast sleep on a bunch of people, including the sheriff. But you're an old man, so they're not gonna like throw you in jail for a long time. They're just gonna give you a stern talking to and keep a close eye on you. Droopy, you're going to jail for aggravated assault. You're gonna be in jail for a while.
At least like 2 days.
Why don't you roll me 4d20, and that's how many days you have to spend in jail.
Ow.
That's not very long for aggravated assault.
Yeah, true.
26.
All right, so we're gonna round to a month for
Put away for a month.
easy's sake. So 1, 2, 3. So on like the 21st of April is when when Droopy can come back. You're gonna spend the next 4 sessions in jail. Perfect.
You know what the most funny thing is? At night, when nobody's watching, she can just cast the fearless and just go out for a walk.
Yes, but if you get caught going out for a walk, then you're in trouble again.
I mean, it lasts for, a fearless, so it lasts for a few minutes.
Right. Okay.
She can converse with our coach. It was that little green elf that insulted all of us.
Wait, isn't this the second character I threw someone in jail?
Yes.
I was the cause for.
I think you got Droopy thrown in jail last time too.
I got Zen.
Thrown in jail. Tarsum, you were such a little troublemaker, but you know, I think Droopy, you're also a troublemaker. You're all. Let's deal with some experience, guys. Let's do some experience. You killed a rocktopus. That's worth some experience. You did complete the quest. But we didn't get to really engage with any cool things in the quest because we were so short on time. You talked to a giantess.
Made a business deal.
Roleplay XP?
There's definitely some role-playing experience in here. Yeah, let's get a bunch of role-playing and divide by 6.
All we have to do is get a big axe, which is not going to cost very much, and we get silk, which does cost very much.
So let's say everyone takes home 450 experience today.
Do I get anything for defeating Tarsum?
I did set up a shrine to Aya at at a high traffic area.
You have 450 experience for everybody. We're not going to have party infighting gain XP. That is
150
a
XP for each of my classes.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Neal, hey, I made it to 1000 XP for each class.
Yay! Only another 500 to go until you level one of your classes. It's up.
The sleep spell he actually cast is literally just him yawning and it like affecting other people because yawns are contagious.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure like as he's sleeping, he's just randomly yawning and the guard's checking up on him at night and he just falls asleep as well. Gets back up in the.
Droopy actually has like a prison pillow with a symbol of Rossi on it. She acquired after her last day in prison.
All right. Congratulations, everybody.
I might
Your sheep is there.
Can I keep my sheep in jail just to use as a pillow?
No. Someone else must care for your sheep. If someone in the party doesn't volunteer to care for your sheep, it'll get eaten.
I'll do it.
All right.
Actually, now you have to actually write down what the cloak does.
I bookmarked it in the book.
Okay.
So it's fine. All right, everybody. Congratulations on our Shenanigans game. It was very shenanigansy. We are out for the day. We have Heroes Graveyard coming up in about 2 hours, just shy of 2 hours. And we have Frozen Frontier tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time. This Pixel Hunter game is still going on. I can't believe it's still going on. I don't really know what to do about that. So I'm going to leave it be. Maybe it'll go away after I kill the stream. Maybe not. It might be back when we're playing Frozen Frontier tomorrow, so hopefully we can finish it before then. Goodbye.
See ya.
Bye.